fight's imminent. So they're finally getting it on. They're going to throw down and
no speed. No power.
The world on his shoulders. He was going to get left inside. He had to change his name. You know what? His whole country went against him.
He looks like an absolute animal, and the spars were as such. You know, there were two guys going in there and getting at it, and.
Tyson Fury is going full savage on his own brother, and this has shocked the boxing world. By leaking sparring footage where Tommy Fury gets knocked out, Tyson is basically exposing him and questioning his ability to handle real pressure. He is also warning that against Eddie Hall, Tommy Fury simply will not survive when things get serious in the ring.
20 seconds, come on, work now. Come on, work. 15 seconds now, non-stop, come on. Push. 10 seconds, come on.
Derek Chisora is completely dismissing sparring hype and making it clear real fights are a different world. But with Tyson Fury leaking knockout footage of Tommy Fury, the pressure is building fast, and now everyone is questioning if Tommy Fury can actually handle Eddie Hall when it turns real.
So the guy you knocked out in sparring, he's understand, okay, I did this silly move, that's how I got knocked out. So I'm gonna have to stop doing these silly moves so I don't get knocked out. So when people come out and say, oh, I've knocked out in sparring, I stopped doing sparring, but...
Frank Warren is trying to calm things down and talk up the sparring as mutual respect, but the narrative has already shifted. Tyson Fury leaking knockout footage of Tommy Fury has completely changed the tone. And now people are questioning whether that animal image will survive against Eddie Hall under real fight pressure.
His ability to go in there and believe that he can go and mix it with these guys. This is sparring at the end of the day, and you know, but I know for a fact that both guys appreciated each other's work during that.
Tommy Fury is confident and talking like he controls every fight, but the leaked sparring KO footage tells a different story. Tyson Fury exposing that moment has raised serious doubts, especially with Eddie Hall's raw power waiting on the other side of the ring.
I go in there and expect to box and do the best that I can. And if I do that, I only see it going one way.
Over £100 a week.
But don't forget, at the end of the day, I know people say, oh, you couldn't knock KSI out. KSI wouldn't stand and fight. KSI was flapping all over the ring like a bird. He wouldn't stand still.
Sean Jones highlights the exact danger for Tommy Fury here. Eddie Hall's raw power is always one clean shot away from ending things. With Tyson Fury's leaked knockout footage adding pressure, the concern now is whether Tommy Fury can even survive long enough to use his boxing skills.
Big jab by Eddie. Throws Johnny back. Nice jab by Johnny. Traded jabs. Now that was a nice 1-2 there by Eddie. We all know what Eddie's going to do coming into this fight. He's going to be looking for that big right hand, but he's not going to be able to find it if he throws it naked. He needs to hide it behind that jab, and that's if he can catch Tommy Fury, because Tommy is going to be on his bike in this.
Tommy Fury is targeting Eddie Hall's chin, but Tyson Fury leaking KO sparring footage has flipped the pressure back on him. Now the question is not who can expose who, but whether Tommy Fury can handle the kind of raw power Eddie Hall brings into a real fight.
You know, in the ring all the time, but what's different, you know, the muscles can't get on the chin, and I'm looking to find that chin, so we'll see.
Eddie, obviously Calla says at the start there, we know what we're going to expect from you in the ring. I'm hearing from speaking to people in your interviews that may not be the case. Obviously you don't want to give
Eddie Hearn is talking about structured camp improvements, but the contrast with Tyson Fury's leaked sparring knockout footage is huge. It raises the question whether Tommy Fury's preparation is truly enough when Eddie Hall's brute force and confidence are waiting to test every weakness.
Was sparring. You know, it's the first time where we consistently had 7 or 8 guys in camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fights. I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality of sparring. And of course Fury would be outstanding work.
The Wade Plemon is breaking down Eddie Hall like a real threat, and that matters a lot in this build-up. Even though Tommy Fury is the boxer here, people are slowly realizing Eddie Hall's timing and raw power can't be ignored. And after Tyson Fury leaked that sparring knockout footage of Tommy Fury, confidence around Tommy has taken a hit. Now every breakdown like this feels like another warning that Eddie Hall only needs one clean moment to change everything in the ring.
he'd be a lot more dangerous. Step in with the left foot, step with the back foot as well, and then just run that right hand. Was it a feint, or did he just not get there? I mean, either way, make your punches look like feint, because he doesn't really try to land the jab. He's just showing it to him so he can get to the right hand. Bring his feet, and that's a lot more dangerous. Even arm punching, though, Eddie can crack. So
Duke McKenzie is exposing the reality of sparring and basically saying you can't trust everything you see in camp. But Tyson Fury leaking Tommy Fury's knockout footage completely destroys that safe sparring narrative. If Tommy Fury is getting dropped even in controlled environments, then people are now questioning how he handles Eddie Hall when there are no rules and no protection inside the ring.
For a reason. When you bring in a sparring partner, they're under orders. And if they're under orders in this particular fight, then these sparring partners have been told under no uncertain terms to go easy. Go through the motions.
Simon Jordan is treating this like entertainment, but still admits the danger factor is real. Nobody wants to stand across Eddie Hall when he is throwing punches. And now with Tyson Fury leaking sparring knockout footage of Tommy Fury, even the fun event label feels risky. The confidence gap is starting to grow, and people are questioning whether Tommy Fury is walking into something far more dangerous than expected.
Determine it, won't it? If it's a good fun event and you take it for what it is. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it. You know, I wouldn't be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding it, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a punch in the face.
Eddie Hall is speaking from pure emotion here, and that makes him even more dangerous. This is not just a sporting challenge for him, it's personal energy and aggression. With Tyson Fury leaking Tommy Fury's KO sparring footage, Eddie Hall's mindset becomes even more intimidating because he now believes he is facing someone already exposed under pressure. That combination of emotion and power is exactly what worries the boxing world.
I think, you know, it's like if someone fell out with my dad, I don't think I could be friends with them. You know, if someone said something bad or fell out with my dad, I'd probably want to hurt them as well, so.
Vidal Riley is leaning towards Tommy Fury on paper, but even he admits Eddie Hall is unpredictable. That uncertainty is exactly what makes this fight dangerous. And now with Tyson Fury leaking sparring knockout footage of Tommy Fury, the idea of Tommy should win doesn't sound as strong anymore. Confidence is shifting slowly, and Eddie Hall is starting to look like a serious upset threat.
I mean, Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was what, 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy. But Tommy should win, innit? Like, he should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Tom Aspinall gives a very balanced breakdown, but even his words highlight the real danger in this matchup. Tommy Fury has the boxing background, but Eddie Hall brings something completely different: raw strength and fight-ending power. And after Tyson Fury leaked the sparring knockout footage, that confidence in Tommy's technical edge starts to feel less secure. Because in a fight like this, one clean shot from Eddie Hall could erase all the boxing experience in seconds, and that is exactly why this bout has everyone on edge.
Interesting fight. Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though.
I've trained with both.
What's the skills? What's the breakdown for this one?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight. So
the Wade Plemon is clearly favoring Tommy Fury on skill level, but even he exposes the risk factors around Eddie Hall. The problem is not just technique, it is unpredictability and raw power. And now with Tyson Fury leaking sparring knockout footage, that Tommy should control the fight idea feels less certain. Eddie Hall does not need rounds of boxing, he needs one moment to land clean. That is what keeps flipping this matchup into danger territory every time analysts break it down.
He's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was the southpaw. It was tricky, but hey, listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high level enough.
Frank Warren is focused on the business side, but he also acknowledges the danger factor which cannot be ignored. This is not just a celebrity fight anymore, it has become a high-attention collision of power and pressure. And after Tyson Fury leaked Tommy Fury's knockout sparring footage, the hype has turned into concern. Because when money and danger mix like this, every small weakness becomes a headline and every mistake could change careers instantly inside the ring.
It's grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons. And they're getting, I mean, Tommy's getting life-changing money. And, you know, how can you, I can't knock that. You know, you're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be. And, you know, my job is if I see a fight that I feel he can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that. And it gets him, you know, gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think, you know, obviously he you know, this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it. So, you know, it ticks all the boxes.
The Wade Plemon is basically laying out Eddie Hall's blueprint for victory, and it all comes down to one thing: landing power shots. That is what makes this fight so dangerous, because Eddie does not need complex boxing. He needs one opening. And with Tyson Fury leaking Tommy Fury's sparring knockout footage, fans are now questioning whether Tommy can even survive long enough to apply any technical game plan. This is why confidence in Eddie Hall is slowly rising as the upset threat becomes more real with every breakdown.
Yeah, that right there, simple. Simple stuff, right? This guy's gonna walk towards you, look, breaks the guard with the right hand, sneaks the jab in behind it. That's perfect. You don't need anything else. Basics. The basics is what Eddie should do in this fight. He should cover up when things get a little hairy, tie Tommy up if they get in close, and then break that tie, maybe uppercut, hooks inside, everything to the body, slow Tommy down a bit. And then when you're at range, it's jab, get underneath Tommy's jab, massive right hand. You get a little closer, you want to throw your hooks, fine. But it should be jab overhand, jab straight right hand, all day.
This whole build-up between Eddie Hall and Tommy Fury has now become much bigger than just a crossover attraction fight, because Tyson Fury leaking that sparring knockout footage has completely shifted the pressure onto Tommy Fury and raised serious doubts about his ability to handle real power under fire. On paper, Tommy Fury has all the boxing advantages with experience, movement and timing, but Eddie Hall brings something completely different with raw strength and one-shot knockout danger that cannot be ignored. Every analyst breakdown now circles back to the same concern. Can Tommy Fury actually survive clean power shots if Eddie Hall lands early? And that uncertainty is what is making this fight so explosive. If Eddie Hall wins, it will shock the entire boxing and crossover world and prove that size and power can overcome technical boxing skill in certain matchups. But if Tommy Fury wins, he will silence every doubt about his toughness and ability to handle pressure situations. Either way, this fight is no longer just entertainment, it has become a true test of durability versus skill, and fans are now completely split on who holds the real advantage. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment who you think takes it and why.